Hello everyone, my name is Bella. Welcome to my channel. This is my first vlog and I'm super nervous. So a little bit about me, I used to be a morbidly obese person. I used to weigh 330 pounds when I was a teenager. I lost a lot of the weight doing a lot of bad things to my body, some cruel things, I would say. I would starve. I tried all sorts of insane diets and diet pills, just a lot of bad stuff. I did lose a lot of that weight. I lost a lot of my weight doing things I'm not proud of. But I did manage to lose the bulk of my weight. After I had a baby about 2 years ago, um, I gained a lot of weight, like a lot of pregnant ladies do, and I decided that I wanted to lose the weight again. After having my son, I was at about 196 pounds, and in order to lose the weight, I decided to try low carb eating. I did lose a significant amount of weight doing low carb, but I kept going back to my old eating habits, and I would lose some, I would gain some, and it kept going on for a while. So about a week now, I started, a little more than a week, I started getting into the idea of doing keto, and I researched a little bit on it, and I decided that after doing low carb for a while, I was gonna do keto now. So the week I started keto, I was at 157 pounds. My new goal weight is to get to 140 pounds. And honestly, I don't know if it'll be possible to get to 140 pounds, considering that after being so heavy, I do have loose skin, a lot of loose skin. And I don't know if it'll be possible, but I'm still gonna I'm still gonna try. I'm still gonna make it work and I'm gonna give it my all. I'm gonna stick to the way of eating and I'm gonna try to be as active as I can and not fail or try to make excuses. I want to give it my all. If it's possible, good. If it doesn't happen, I'm still gonna give it my all. I'm still gonna try as hard as I can. I'm sorry if my English isn't perfect. English isn't my first language. So if I make any mistakes, sorry. So on the first few days, I got a cold. So I was feeling pretty bad, but I wasn't gonna put it off. So I decided to just like go with it and try to take my medicine and eat as well as I could. During the first 3 days, I was cutting calories a little too much. I originally set my calorie goal to be around 1100 and I paid the consequences for that. It was too low, especially starting out. It was too low and I felt really hungry like throughout the day. I also forgot to mention my macros. Usually on a ketogenic diet, you're gonna have macros that are gonna be around 5% carbs, 25% protein, and 70% fat. But for me, I'm not gonna go like super strict into those numbers because I have a baby and I'm still breastfeeding him. So I have to be careful with the amounts that I eat and what types of foods that I eat. For me, my macros are gonna look like this: 7% carbs, 24% protein, and 68% fats. During the first few days, I had set my calorie goal a little too low at 1100, I believe. And I paid the consequences for that pretty fast, and I felt kind of bad during the first 3 days or so. I would have my breakfast, my lunch, an afternoon snack, my dinner, and a smoothie after my dinner. But I was still feeling quite hungry, like in between meals. So after day 3, I changed my calorie goal for about 1500. Yeah, it was around 1500. Sometimes I go a little higher, sometimes I go a little lower, and I feel way better at that caloric goal than I did during the first few days. So after I made those changes in the amount of calories I was consuming, I did feel great afterwards. After day 4, I felt amazing, a lot of energy. In fact, so much energy that I had some issues sleeping at night. I would toss and turn a lot. I felt too energized during bedtime. And during the day, I would have 1 to 2 cups of coffee. And I decided to cut those back and have only 1 cup of coffee. And that helped a little bit, but I was still having some issues sleeping. So I was getting help from people in a Facebook group, and they suggested that I take supplements. And the supplements that I'm taking right now are magnesium and potassium. And that also has helped me a lot with my energy levels and helping me sleep at night. And overall, it does make a difference in the way I feel. The way I track my food intake, is through an app called Carb Manager. It's free for like basic stuff on the app. If you want to use more settings or have more options within the app, they do have a subscription service, I think. I'm not very sure how it works because I'm just sticking to the basics. I'm not gonna pay for it when it's basically free. So I track everything that I eat, my breakfast, my lunch, my dinner, my snacks, and that's what I've been doing to know how much I consume in a day. I've also been implementing better workouts into my weekly routine. At first, I felt sluggish, a little bit slow. I couldn't work out as hard as I could, but the more I did it, the better I felt and the more I could do in my workouts. I've never been a good runner. I've always sucked at running. It's something that I've always wanted to be good at, but I've never been very good at it. So, almost towards the end of the week, I was not getting bored. I wouldn't say I was getting bored of the way of eating, but my body was craving a little bit more, like a little more sweets, something a little more satisfying. So by day 6, I had a cheat day, but I decided that I was gonna keep my cheat days within the way of eating. So instead of going all crazy like I would do before when I was doing low carb, where I would have a cheat day and it was horrible because I was eating cakes and pancakes and all sorts of things that were too calorie dense and too high in carbs, too high in sugar. I've decided that my cheat days are gonna stay within the lower carb end and not go too crazy consuming insane things. I kept my cheat day pretty simple. I made what was it that I made? I made pizzas, low carb style, and we had chicken wings. I also had a dessert that was still pretty low carb. Overall, my net carb intake for my cheat cheat day was around 60 net carbs, which isn't that bad, but considering how I was doing cheat days before, I feel pretty good about this one. And it showed. It showed when I weighed myself again. Um, by the end of the week, I'm currently at 149 pounds, which feels pretty good being in that weight range. And again, I don't know if reaching 140 pounds will be totally possible, but I'm still gonna give it my all and I'm still gonna try and work my ass off to possibly reach that goal weight. Now, I'm not an expert in keto or a ketogenic diet lifestyle. So if any of you have suggestions, if you guys want to tell me how it's worked for you, I would totally appreciate it. I I'm down to get all the help I can. Also, if you guys are interested in seeing what I'm eating on a day-to-day basis, you can follow my Instagram account. I will be leaving the link to that. So I truly hope you guys join me on my journey. I'm going to be doing 60 days of keto eating. I'm going to stick to it strict as much as I can. And I hope you guys come back next week. On week 2, I'm going to be more descriptive, and hopefully my video will be a little better. I'm quite nervous, but I hope you guys join me in my journey. I will see you next time. Bye bye.